First, just to see the players again in their training ground and eager to compete and eager to work after a long 7-8 weeks. It's healthy just to keep everybody together again.
I know you got a lot of new faces out here, but just how they look kind of the first day. I know you can't really have full analysis on them, but just kind of a first impression on the new faces out here.
Right. We have a few guys that are going to be added to the team. We have a few others that we have them on the try list. People who wants to come and compete for a position. And we open the doors in the training to do that. Just some guys that we have identified from before, and the time just give us the opportunity to have them here in the training ground to see.
You made a lot of moves in the defensive midfield this offseason, particularly Ortiz and Pareja. How do they differ from the guys you had last year for like Sirigliano? I mean, what kind of improvements do they bring to your team?
Carlos Grueso is an international player from Ecuador. Despite of his age, is very young. He's just turning 20. He has played already more than 100 games, professional games. He has played in Germany, has more than 10 caps with the national team, and has been in the World Cup already in Brazil. So that tells you that despite of the youth that he has, which is something that I love, he brings that international. He brings that capacity to compete in the highest level, and I think he's going to help us a lot on the job that Victor and Kaylan has done here. And then Ortiz is a player that I know from Colombia. Would provide us as well experience. We're going to have 3 tournaments that we want to face with a lot of responsibility. We want obviously the league. We want to win it. We want to be in a better position fighting the Open Cup. And now we have the CONCACAF, the international competition, where we want to be responsible and put a good image about the Major League Soccer. So that's what we're thinking. It's going to be a long year, and in the middle of the field, we're much stronger.
What do you think Grueso's upside is in Major League Soccer because he is so young and has a lot of room to grow here?
Well, I like the fact that he competes a lot internationally. Yeah, I like a lot as well that he has an experience already in one of the best leagues in the world. Just playing in the Bundesliga is not easy, and he has played with a very good club in Stuttgart. And just show everybody that the ownership and the club is committed with bringing these players is a great sign. And I think the fans are going to love him. He has the aggressiveness and the intensity that I like, and the competition in the middle is going to get even more wild. So that's good.
A 20-year-old coming from, with World Cup experience, coming from the Bundesliga to MLS, what do you think that says about the growth of this league and the fact that he said he wants to come here?
Huge. That was probably the best part when I hear from him that he really wanted to come to Major League Soccer, and he wanted to come to FC Dallas because he had some offers, he had some other deals in Europe, and he personally decided that Major League Soccer is the best step for him, and specifically coming to FC Dallas. For us is a great step. It's just showing that not just the league, but this club is growing a lot.
How close do you feel like you're done making moves this offseason other than the trialists that are in here that you're looking at?
I think we have a solid group, and we have a great core from the last year. I think we're building on youth. We're building on the program that we have within the academy and the system. We're doing great steps towards just providing these young guys a path and providing them games and giving them the opportunity to grow. But just going and bring a few players that can help them on the leadership and the experience, and guys who has done it in the international level, just to hide the bar is fundamental. And I think the club has done a great job in that part.
Obviously, there's been some questions in the past about ownership and the money that they spend. Grueso, does that kind of shut people up on that one, do you think, maybe a little bit?
Yeah, we're in a good direction. Commitment from the ownership is huge.
Has that been like your most exciting signing so far in your tenure here with FC Dallas?
I have to say that probably it will be the one who create more splash because his youth, and I can number 4 or 5 teams in Europe that wanted him, and he chose to come to FC Dallas. So probably that just raise or highlight what the movement of bringing Reza to FC Dallas is. But definitely just having minor here and even guys that are being signed with the academy or the guys who are part of the draft for me have the same significance. It's great to have them here.
You talked about having a lot of depth in that position because you've got so many games with the CONCACAF League and then Open Cup and everything. At striker, you've got Rudy, you've got the option of Tesho, but outside of that, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot to work with. Do you still have your mind open? Are you looking for players at striker still, or do you feel like you can really count on Rudy as like the guy up top?
We're still looking for a forward.
Okay.
And the message from the ownership and the club and the technical direction and the coaches is that we want to bring the right one. We just want to be thoughtful on that. We want to make a right move, and the ownership is committed. So that I can tell you. But we're still looking for one.
Is that something you may have to wait until summer on if you don't find the right targets now?
We'll see. And at this point we're building a team. It's not easy to bring the right players for the group. We have a methodology that demands a lot of intensity and a lot of commitment and all those things. So I just don't want to bring a name. I want to bring a player here that is committed with the team to grow, and I wanted someone who can absorb the methodology that we do, the way we train, and all those boxes needs to be checked before. And so that's why we're still on that way. But so far we have players who have done the job, and Max is a great addition for us. Has been in the league, knows the league, wanted to come to FC Dallas. And we have other youngsters that are stepping up. Michael Barrios can play there also for now. But definitely we're looking for one. That's the answer.
I feel like there's a theme here. You keep mentioning wanting to play for FC Dallas. I mean, FC Dallas to you, has that become like a premier spot to land, even from players all over the world? Do you see FC Dallas as like a prime location now?
Right. When I hear players that they want to come to Major League Soccer, knowing that they have different options, for me is a great step for soccer in America. But what it corresponds to me, leading this project in FC Dallas in a club that I love deeply, is listening to players who a very high international profile that they say, I want to go play for FC Dallas, and there is nothing that just make me feel good and happy that have players that want to play for this jersey. That belonging for me is crucial, and the guys who are going to play and dress with this jersey, they want to be here. Other than that, it's not going to work.
Just shifting gears a little bit, new partnership with Oklahoma City. How exciting is it for you knowing that you have a USL team a lot closer than Arizona? You can easily drive up there. Are you going to send more players up there this year now that since the distance is a little bit closer?
Right, it has been a fantastic decision as well in the off season. We'll see how much that will improve our programs. Having the Oklahoma energy with the connection and this affiliation and be able to bridge the two organizations, but make it real, is going to improve what we had before. The proximity to them is going to allow us to send players easily, and because we are in a driving distance, first, and secondly, because I understand this team as a very, very professional organization, which is something that I want to keep growing on. We had a tremendous relationship with the people in Arizona. I thought it was a good idea, a good program. And at this point, and as I say again, for the proximity, it just makes us feel that we can do much more things.